and getting it to Nyes, who beats Markstrom. And returning with another episode of the NHL25 Toronto Maple Leafs franchise, November 27th, Wednesday, middle of the week, in Florida, taking on the Panthers. There's going to be a lot of empty seats in this one because it's Florida, and it's the middle of the week in November. I'm done taking shots at the Panthers. Let's just get the game going. Defending Cup champions. Can we steal one on the road? Beat them in their barn? We can't capitalize the power play. They get one damn shot on the power play, and Forsling just buries it. So that's a little deflating. But can we do it? And Matthews answers on the power play, tying it up, getting one by Bobrovsky. It's 19 shots to 4, and it's a 1-1 game. What are we doing here? In typical, what feels like typical Joseph Woll fashion, because that's all I've gotten used to with this series. We survive the power play. We don't. I spoke too soon. And Carter Verhaeghe gives Florida the lead as Joseph Woll, returning from injury, struggling a little bit. We're going to hop in for this one and try and salvage a situation that we really shouldn't be in. And puck has been dropped in. Matthews wins the draw. Over to Riley, to Tanev. Matthews, crap. Getting hit. Nyes fighting for that puck. Tanev up to Marner, and now we're in the zone. Trying to drop it back, and we just can't. Forsling gets it up to Reinhart. Juking in. Just swerving through people. Shot gets through the wall. He covers that. Feeding it out to Riley. Up to Nyes. Going up the right side. Trying to get up there along the boards. Gets it over to Marner. Dropping it back to Liljegren. Shot. Gets to the net. Nyes trying to spin around. Jam it in. Bobrovsky covers it. There is no way this arena is actually full. No way. And Tavares wins that draw, cycling it over to Liljegren, trying to get in front of the net. Bobrovsky pokes it away, and Ekblad carrying it up. Tavares jams him up to Greer. Ekman-Larsson and Liljegren close that space quickly. Liljegren up to Tavares, to Nylander, to Domi, trying to find something, and we find a turnover as Greer driving down the right side, forced along to the boards for Hagee. What a dive block by Liljegren. Nylander gets it up to Domi, trying to find some space, and we just can't. Try to get across the boards, and that did not work. Kempf, fresh for the line change, gets in there. Hakanpää delivers a huge hit and gets it over to McCabe, and he's going to carry this one in. Trying to feed it over to Kempf. No space there. Hakanpää skating down, keeping it in, throwing hits, and McCabe gets the puck shot. Saved by Bobrovsky. And we lose that draw. Shattenkirk, turn, getting it to Schmidt, getting it up. Big hit from Hakanpää, and Lundell poked away by McCabe. Kempf throwing the body around for the hit, try to force it loose. Shot gets through, and Woll covers it. Pacioretty along the boards, fights for it, gets it, feeds it up to McCabe, who's going to carry this one in, getting it over, didn't even get it over to Yarncroc. And Shattenkirk circles around, dishes it out. Tanev is out there, forces the turnover. McCabe's still there, feeding it over to Nyes. Firing it over to Matthews, trying to split the defense. Marner! Shoot it! That was a terrible angle. And to Chuck, hit by Riley, forced loose. Matthews dumping the puck along the boards. Nyes, he's fighting for it, and he's skating in. Big hit. That's so charging or boarding or something like that. Big hit. Reinhart skating down, turning, pivoting, shooting. Riley blocks it. And we got to kill the penalty, and it's charging. Just under 6 minutes left, and Kemp loses that draw, trying to get in the way of a shot to Chuck. Turning, feeding it over to Reinhart, getting it over to Forsling across the point. hit from Hakanpää. Cycling it around, Reinhardt with the beautiful opportunity. Swiped away by Woll. Dewar and Järnkrok out there to continue killing the penalty. Winning that draw, and Dewar skating up, gaining the zone on the right side. Järnkrok just couldn't catch it. And Forsling getting the counterattack going. Hakanpää deterring him away, getting a huge hit on Barkov, I believe, and recovers the puck. Gets over to Järnkrok, going up the left side. Trying to get it across, can't. Loose puck. Riley's going for it, and he can't get there. Barkov in a race with Hakanpää, firing the shot right into the chest of Joseph Woll. We jumped. We jumped, and we lose it. Cycling it around. Good poke by Kemp. Ekman-Larsson recovers, and he's going to carry this in with a little bit of speed. Flipping a backhand. McMahon picks up the loose puck. Pinned along the boards. Ekman-Larsson batting it around. McMahon went for the hit. Liljegren steps up for the hit. And just absolute yard sale over here. Barkov gets it. Gives it over to Ekman-Larsson. No. Ekman-Larsson loses it. No. Ekman-Larsson with the hit. Yes. Liljegren gets hit. No. McMahon gets it up to Kemp. Firing it over to McMahon. Snapshot saved by Bobrovsky. Nylander losing that draw. Shattenkirk up to Verhaeghe. Nylander absolutely crushed him. Great poke check. Tavares can't quite recover it. To Reinhardt, to Verhaeghe. Pushed aside by Woll, barely, and we missed the jumping puck. And Tavares gets it along the boards. Tanev up to McCabe. Up to Nyes. Trying to fight his way in. And we get denied. And Matthews flipping the backhand, and to Chuck. Collects it, skates up. Trying to pinch. Riley gets there. And Matthews getting it up to Marner, who just waltzes into contact. Huge hits. Shattenkirk skating in. Crushed. Reinhardt slap shot saved. Riley gets the loose puck. Over to Tanev. And over to Marner, up to Domi. Trying to pass that. Bobrovsky covers it. Pulling the goalie. 50 seconds left in the game. Matthews wins that draw to Ekman-Larsson. Snapping the shot. Bobrovsky gets a clean glove on it. Matthews loses the draw. No. Ekblad skating up. Marner trying to contain it. Turnover. Pacioretty. No. Pass doesn't get to Matthews in time. And he can't get a shot off. Domi and the Tavares line out there. Domi fighting for it. Nylander trying to jam it in. Can't. What? Interference. We're shooting the puck. That's brutal. Järnkrok losing that draw. Ekblad tipped shots and feed it out. Up to Dewar. Firing it over to Järnkrok. Sending it over. Bobrovsky gets in the way. Dewar getting over to Järnkrok. And he not even fans it. Just misses the mark, and Ekblad in pursuit. McCabe gets there to disrupt. Just go. Just go deep. Just go, Yarn. Oh, no. McCabe! Shot doesn't go. And Florida sneaks away with a win at home on a Wednesday. That's what I get for chirping them. Verhaeghe. Goal is the third star. Joseph Woll right there. Narrowly deflects a shot. He had some good saves. We tried to dominate this game. We did a great job. And Tkachuk is the second star with 2 assists. Kicked their butts in the shot department. Time on attack. Face-offs. Special teams sunk us, and Bobrovsky having a .974 save percentage with 38 saves. Sunk us as well. And Nick Robertson back to the lineup. So who's going to make it through waivers for our forwards? Nyes doesn't have to go, but he is staying up here. Bobby McMahon. See if McMahon can make it through waivers. We're going to hope that works, and we will edit these lines. Don't you worry. And we're getting Nick Robertson back in the lineup, moving him up with Kemp and Yarncroc. As we move ahead, and I don't really want to claim you. I don't really want to claim someone on waivers. And looks like Stolarz is going to get the nod against the Tampa Bay Lightning. As we look to close out the month of November. What am I talking about? And Kucherov on the power play gets one by Stolarz. As Tampa Bay is kicking our butts. Especially when it comes to the shot department. Geez, that is 19-5 through the first period. That's almost as many as Wool had the entire game against Florida. And now we have surpassed that total. Offense absolutely flat. Can't get anything going. Can barely mount shot totals. As Tampa Bay seems to be running away with this game. And we are down 1 going into the third. Can the team pull it out? Figure it out. On the power play. Austin Matthews ties the game, and Kucherov spoils it. But Nyes ties it again. So now it's a 2-2 game. As time winds down. And Nick Paul gets one by Stolarz. 43 shots will do that. Kucherov makes it 4-2. 45 shots will do that. My goodness. Hat trick for Kucherov. The David Kempf on the third line experiment just hasn't been working. So we're kind of just going to abandon that now. Go back to Pontus Holmberg. Look to acquire someone who can play that third center spot at the deadline. And Nick Robertson buries a goal. Welcome back to the lineup. Giving us the early lead against Chicago. And Connor Dewar buries one as well. Making it 2-0 for your Toronto Maple Leafs. And we are getting outshot pretty badly. Looking to fix that on the power play. On another power play. 5-on-3, 5-on-4. Couldn't bury it. We take the 2-0 lead after 20. Make it 3-0. Oliver Ekman-Larsson gets one by Brossois to give us the big lead pretty early into the second period, and we are holding on to that lead. Hopefully, don't mess it up. Do not pull a Leafs. Do not pull a Toronto Maple Leafs on me. With this 3-0 lead in the fourth quarter, in the third period. I can't even explain that one, as we cannot convert another power play opportunity, and Wolves' shutout is spoiled by a late goal by Chicago, and Domi gets one to make it a 4-1 victory. Joseph Woll makes 31 saves in the win, netting him the first star. Ekman-Larsson, a goal and an assist, gets him the second, and Domi's goal makes him the third star of the game. And I'm going to take a look at the calendar because I don't know when my next promotional night is. I don't know the next time I got to play a full game. It is Boston, and that is in the new year. So that's going to be a fun one. We might be able to get through the rest of this week, if I'm being honest. We definitely have the time for it as we go ahead to take on the Nashville Predators at home. Let's get this game going. Puck is dropped. Woll back in net for another start. Hoping he's really recovered and rebound from that knee injury. And Novak nets the first one. And Nyes ties it up very soon after, making it a 1-1 hockey game. First period winding down. Yarncroc gives us the lead and makes it a 2-1 game for the Maple Leafs. as Ryan O'Reilly ties it. All right, exciting first period. 2-2. Power play Nylander makes it a 3-2 game. As just kind of looking, steady the boat a little bit. Max Pacioretty doubles our lead, makes it 4-2 against Nashville. Solid offense. I just wish the defense would live up to it. It's 4-3, going through the third. Can we hang on and not mess it up? I genuinely don't know. Not sure. As we got 5 minutes left. Come on, guys. Give me an empty netter for some reassurance. Thank you, Domi. Ask and you shall receive. And that is a 5-3 victory against Nashville. And Kempf has been hurt with a bruised hand. So now we need more centers. Ryan Reeves, you are not playing that spot, let me tell you. And Bobby McMahon coming back up to fill the role of David Kempf. Fourth line center, penalty killer. And why do we have a grudge match against the Washington Capitals? I don't know. But we're going to start with a sim and then go from there. Would be nice to hop in and play against Ovechkin. I don't know why this is a grudge match. I honestly couldn't tell you. Close game last time, I get it. And Matthews opens the scoring, giving us a 1-0 lead as the first period continues on. And he gives us another. Makes it 2-0 after the first period of play. And Nylander makes it 3. I don't know what makes this a grudge match. I don't. It's looking pretty lopsided. And Ovechkin on the power play. Let me guess. One-timer from the face-off dot. Yup. Not quite the dot, but from the circle. Yeah. When in doubt, Ovechkin on the power play. One-timer. Marner makes it 4-1 as we're just going to continue to ride the wave and get through this game. And Ekman-Larsson joins in on the fun on the power play. Makes it 5-1. Continues to be 5-1. Time winding down. Just looking to get out of here with a good win. And Matthews gets the hat trick. Power play goal. 6-1 win for the Leafs against Washington. Matthews hat trick and an assist is the first star. Wool 34 saves. Second, Marner goal and assist, and 2 assists, is the third. Now, Pittsburgh Penguins. Just gonna jump forward a day here. Explosive offense, top 5 defense, top 12, top 3rd, power play and penalty kill. Stolarz looking to get the nod here as we begin a little bit of a road trip. Playing Pittsburgh on the Saturday. Have some time to rest, recover, and rejuvenate before going to New Jersey and taking on Sheldon Keefe again on Tuesday. Puck is dropped in. Here we go. Anthony Stolarz having a decent opening. Power play opportunity does not fall, but Domi crashes in close to the net, and Bunting evens the score. Short-lived lead as it is 1-1 through the first period as time winds down. 1-1 through 1 in Pittsburgh, taking on Crosby and the Penguins. Power play chance again, and Domi nets his second of the day on the power play. Pittsburgh power play cannot respond just yet. And over the halfway mark of the game, continuing to take the shots, rack up the shots, play solid defense from the looks of it. 2-1 Leafs through 2. Can we hang on? Stolarz solid in the backup role, and Nyes makes it a 3-1 game. Tavares makes it a 4-1 game. Stolarz has been good in a backup role. When he had to step up and be that starter, kind of slipped a little bit. Kind of slipped a lot a bit. and lets in a power play goal by Erik Karlsson down the middle of the ice. Nick Robertson nets an empty netter, and Stolarz still made 31 saves in this performance. Good enough for the second star. Domi, 2 goals and an assist, is the first, and Bunting, 1-1, is the third. And grudge match alert against the New Jersey Devils. First time we played them this season, we won by a score of 4-3, with Matthews being the first star with 2 goals and an assist. Let's play this one. Full game, grudge match against the New Jersey Devils and Sheldon Keefe. So Matthews gets the scoring boost, Hughes gets the playmaking boost, and we lose that draw. Meyer crushed by Riley. Matthews getting the puck, getting it to Riley, getting hit, losing it. In pursuit, Hughes, nice, keeps it in, barely. Pesce carrying it up as Tanev sets to hit, and Matthews steals the puck, passing it to Marner. Cannot get it to Nyes. Hughes crushed by Tanev, and Marner looking to carry this and enter the zone. Tanev, shot saved by Markstrom. And Tavares losing the draw. Pesce over to Hughes. Going up the ice, getting crushed. And Hischier, oh hey now. Tanev forcing the wild bounce of the puck. And pass gets up to Tavares. Trying to drop it back, and Tatar there to pick off that pass. Up to Mercer. Tanev, crap baskets. Hischier gave up fantastic positioning to New Jersey, and they bury it as Mercer gets the rebound. Way too aggressive on the checks. Holmberg losing the opening draw, and Hamilton carrying it up, getting it to Mercer. Oh, what a poke check by Liljegren. Got rid of a dangerous chance from Tatar and sends it up to Yarncroc. Turning, snapping a wrister. Markstrom catches in, makes the save. And I just stood still again. Jeez. Hamilton gets the pass over. Hit, loose puck, and Ekman-Larsson to Robertson, to losing it, to save by Woll, to feeding it out. Let's stop doing that. And losing another draw is McMahon. Hamilton, shot pushed aside by Woll. Pacioretty trying to loop back. That just phased through Woll. He got enough of it to defuse the chance. And pass goes up to McMahon. Shot screened by a New Jersey defender. And turning the puck over, McCabe dumps him. And Duar gets dumped as well. Hakanpää gets in the way. McCabe getting in the way too. Shot hits a post. Feeding it up. McMahon to Pacioretty. To losing it. To getting hit. Cycling the puck along the boards. And Duar picking it up and going and going and going. And firing a pass. And Pacioretty can't get there in time. Hakanpää gets crushed. And Hughes gets crushed as well by McCabe. And McCabe lays another hit. And Meyer skating in. And Woll makes a save. Matthews loses the draw. Marner gets in the way. Shot through. Woll saves it. Matthews losing that draw. Puck going around. Hughes gets it. Marner trying to throw a hit. Doesn't quite work. Pass goes up to the top, and that goes off Matthews. And Riley gets it and losing it, kind of, and getting it to Nyes, who beats Markstrom. Does it himself to tie up the game. I really hope Matthew Nyes doesn't ask for the William Nylander deal, because he's tied with him for points right now. And Tavares wins that draw, and Riley turns it over immediately as Nylander pursued. Hey now. Trying to get fancy with it, denied by Woll, and puck gets pushed aside after another shot. Passing around Hughes, shot gets through. Tanev picks it up to Riley, to Nylander, to Tavares. Beating his man, getting in there, flipping it to Domi! puts it away and gives us the lead and 2 goals very quickly. Electric opening period. Tavares and Nylander pick up the assists on Domi's goal. Pass up. Oh my goodness. Ekman-Larsson, what a hit. Liljegren gets the puck up to William Nylander. Gaining the zone with purpose to Tavares. Pushed aside by Markstrom. Domi to Ekman-Larsson. Shot doesn't even get there. Hischier forced to retreat in his own zone. Getting it over to Mercer, and we miss. And Tatar skating up, and we miss again. And we got to be careful. Liljegren gets a stick in the way. Gets another poke check. Nylander skating around, trying to find someone. Cycling the puck around. New Jersey looking with precision puck movement, and Nylander gets in the way of a huge slap shot. And Liljegren disrupts another chance. And Tavares just dumps it in and keeps it going. And Matthews loses the draw to open the second. Riley, hip check against Meyer, but turns it over, and Bratt floats it to Woll, and he covers it. And Matthews wins the draw. Riley fans it. Lost it along the boards. Tanev able to scoop it up over to Marner and getting it to Matthews. Almost got by the Jersey defense, and Riley, huge hit. Matthews snapping the shot, and Markstrom covers it. Tavares losing the draw. Massive hit by Tavares, and Meyer getting crushed by Riley. Good poke check from Tanev. Hughes gets the shot, gets the pass out, and Woll makes a ridiculous save. Tavares loses that draw. Slap shot. Pushed aside by Woll. Nylander just turned the wrong way for that puck. And Hischier gets hit. Tavares dumps his man along the boards. Physical game. Tanev feeding it up to Max Domi. Dropping it to Tavares. Trying to shovel it on net. Pushed aside as New Jersey mounts a counterattack with Tatar. Getting hit by Ekman-Larsson. Beautiful pass by Jersey, able to get there and defend. What a feed up to Domi. Getting it over to Tavares. Off the post. That clanged off both. And Ekman-Larsson steps up. Huge hit. Hischier turning around. Getting it to Tatar. Getting it to Hamilton. Pushed aside by Yarncroc. And kept in. Robertson gets the puck behind the net. Over to Liljegren, up to Yarncroc, over to Tavares, who gets bumped off it. Yarncroc creating chaos, jamming it in. Try to, and gets his puck back. Snaps a wrister. What is Tavares doing? Holmberg wins that draw to McCabe. Over to Hakanpää, snapping a shot. Hits a defender, doesn't even get to the net. And Nosen skating up. McCabe went for the hit. Didn't quite get there. Hakanpää gets the puck and dishes it to Yarncroc, who dishes it to New Jersey, but they're forced to retreat as it left the zone. Big hit from Yarncroc. Seemingly doesn't affect them. Hakanpää going for the puck in the corner. Just can't get there. Gets in the way with the stick. Woll covered. Stop doing that. I say stop doing that, and then I do it again, like right now. And Matthews back out there. Feeding it up to Nyes. Up to Mitch Marner. Skating in. Getting it to Matthews. Trying to work the stick and doesn't go. Don't know how Matthews scored that. But he floats it in over Markstrom. And we have our fourth line out there. Whoops. And McMahon wins that. Gets it to Riley. He's going to just retreat. Pass that over to Tanev. It hit a Jersey stick along the way, but we don't need to mention that. And Dewar entering the zone, dumping it into Pacioretty. Getting it to Riley. Gets a shot on from distance. Dewar getting that puck and kicking it way out. As McMahon is there to recover it to Tanev. Back to McMahon. Dewar trying to get up the ice with it and can't. Bratt turns and enters our zone with it. McMahon with the back check. And up to Riley, who's going to enter the zone here. Flipping it to Pacioretty. Good shot saved. Tavares wins that draw. Ekman-Larsson getting it up to Domi. Snapping a backhand. Caught by Markstrom. Tavares wins another draw. Ekman-Larsson snapping another shot. Tavares winning that draw. Ekman-Larsson gets steamrolled. Tavares hit, gets the pass over to Domi. Try to get to Nylander. We get a power play as Luke Hughes gets called for interference. And Matthews losing the draw. Nylander pursuing. And poked away by Marner as Matthews is going to snap a shot. Keep him honest as Markstrom makes the save. And Matthews tied up in the circle. Gets away with the puck. Skates around, snapping a shot. Rebound caught by the Jersey defense, and he sure gets dumped by Ekman-Larsson. And Nylander enters the zone, snapping a shot. Markstrom passes it out. I thought that would have been long enough for the whistle. I stand corrected as he sure gets through. Hey, gives it back to Nylander. Getting it to Marner. Losing it in the zone as Matthews gets in there. Huge hit. Nylander snapping a shot. Bouncing. Caught by Markstrom. Domi loses the draw. And that's, huge hit by Pacioretty. And Tavares steps up. Doesn't quite get there. End of the second. Explosive period. Leading to a 3-1 lead with 1 period to go, opening on the power play. Looking to use the man advantage to bury one more, keep the pressure up, and then eventually walk out of here with a huge win as Matthews gets in the way of that pass and gets absolutely crushed. Cycling the puck around. Marner tried to get to Nylander and couldn't. And he's going for the hit, can't quite get it. Riley steps up and steals the puck away. Marner trying to get it to Matthews, could not connect. And Jersey on the counterattack, and Nylander doesn't get juked out. Puck goes up to Matthews, snapping a shot, saved by Markstrom. Domi wins that draw to Pacioretty. Ekman-Larsson unleashes a shot and gets passed out to Sutter. Crushed along the boards, nice. Fighting for that puck, huge hit. Pacioretty getting it to Domi, save. Ekman-Larsson dumps it all the way back to our zone. Liljegren skates back to get it and collects and starts the return attack and gets hit for his troubles. Domi dropping it back to Pacioretty, who unleashes a cannon. Holy, for his 8th on the year. Second power play unit gets it done by way of slap shot by Pacioretty, and McCabe steps out there. Delivers a huge hit, and we're cycling the puck around, and Robertson entering the zone, dropping it back to Hawk. Tried to drop back to Hakanpää anyway. McCabe, another huge hit as Holmberg collects the puck and just dumps it back. Yarncroc gonna pick it up. Up to Robertson. Entering the zone. Dropping it back to Holmberg, snapping a wrister, and it gets saved. And Hughes in his own zone against the wall. Back to Hamilton, back to Hughes. Turning to Sutter. Robertson corners him, and we're just going to kick that along. Keep that in play, and we take a bad angle with Holmberg. Hakanpää, huge hit as Yarncroc is there to pick up the puck. And retreat back into our zone with Holmberg. Over to Tanev. Up to McCabe. Trying. McCabe collects. And Pacioretty enters the zone. Dropping it back to Dewar. Trying to. Doesn't go as Meyer gets it up to Hughes. And Riley gets in the way. And Wool's just going to cover that and dish it out to Pacioretty. Bounces it off the backboard. Dewar sends it to Wool. That was dangerous. Huge lead. We lose the draw. Spoke way too soon as Hughes threads one through. Not good. Matthews wins. Riley retreating. Tanev. Crushed. That's a delayed penalty. And Marner gets hit and another power play. I'm just trying to get out of this game at this point. Can we stop? And Matthews losing the draw. Nylander tried to put the hit on Dylan and couldn't. Up to Hischier, and Liljegren steals the puck and ices it. And Matthews loses the draw. Nylander pokes it away. And here he goes, dropping it. Jeez. Note to self. Stop dropping breakaways. Matthews trying to get the shots off. I thought I had to look. I really should just pull the trigger and shoot. As Hischier gets crushed by Ekman-Larsson. Over, up to Marner, to Nylander. Trying to thread it across and can't. With Markstrom covering it up. Domi losing the draw, but Pacioretty recovers the puck. Over to Tavares. Whole bar down from the blue line. John Tavares unleashes the cannon. And Tavares loses the draw, but what a slap shot. Hischier entering our zone. Tanev takes the puck away and getting it up to Domi, who eats a hit but gets up and keeps going. Trying to get it to Tavares and can't. Gets crushed along the boards. And puck out. Hit. Oh, is that going to be offsides? I don't know. No. Massive shot by Tanev. And Domi skating around, beating it to Tanev. Trying to drop back to Riley. Gets a shot off. And we have our defenseman leading the offensive zone charge. Oh no, Domi may have just gotten hurt from that. Turned over the puck. Hakanpää saves the day. Dewar skating up, feeding it to McMahon to Pacioretty. It goes in. Oh my goodness. And that's good. Pacioretty, his second on the night. What happened? Just shot through and fell in, I guess. Went through him. Oh, he had that if he just stayed. And then he gets up. And I guess it just fell in. Where? Right there. Oh, that's rough. Hakanpää and Dewar get the assists as Robertson turns back, trying to get the puck. Good poke check, and he's being feisty along the boards. What happened there? Pesci over to Haula. Robertson getting in the way, and Hakanpää getting away with it. Up to Järnkrok. To Holmberg! And we're just running away with it, having some fun. Third on the year for Holmberg. There's 4 minutes left. It's 7-2. Järnkrok and Hakanpää pick up the assists. And losing the draw. Crap baskets. Hughes not getting a clean shot. And Meyer. Shot. Think that hit Liljegren. It could have been a save. Don't know. Pacioretty just going to snap a wrister. And that almost went in too. And Dewar turning. Slap shot. Pacioretty picks up the rebound. McMahon looking for one. And just absolute beat down. And they are taking exceptions physically. All right, we'll answer ourselves. Cycling it around. And Ekman-Larsson's going to carry this in as we get going for the final minute. Liljegren picks it up. Wrister. And Markstrom finds a way to cover it. 45 seconds. And losing that draw. Just hit. Passing it up. Hakanpää went for the hit. McCabe going for the shot. Missing. All right, Woll makes another great save. And nice. Getting it to Matthews. Salt in the wound. He gets another. Holmberg losing what should be the final face-off draw. And McCabe, just huge hit. Hakanpää cycling it around to Järnkrok. Over to Robertson. Trying to get it up to Holmberg. Doesn't quite go. And Robertson just picks off the pass again for good measure. Entering the zone. Holmberg just tees up a one-timer. And Good game, New Jersey. What a beatdown. Oh my god. Oh, injured groin. That's not good. That's about the one way you can feel bad after an 8-2 win. Oh, who's left? That's going to be a problem. Well, that sours that game a little bit. But Domi should be back in a week. So that's okay. Connor Geeky. What about Morgan Geeky? I'm trying to find a Morgan Geeky trade. It is not happening. So until then, that's it. Huge win in the grudge match. Dropped 8 on them. Great performance by Wool. Team continues to do well. Barely out of first. The Capitals are first in the East? The Capitals are first in the league? Barely out of first in the league. Ahead of the Bruins by virtue of the fact that we have the same amount of points, but we have played 2 less games. Atlantic Division is going to get tough. The Red Wings looking to make some noise. Islanders, Hurricanes holding down the wild card spots for now. Early season, about a little over a third of the way through. Still could be anyone's game, anyone's division, anyone's conference. Taking on the mighty Anaheim Ducks next time. They have a winning record? They're 5th in their division. They're not too far out of a playoff spot. Blackhawks still suck, so that drop off from Hockey Club to Blackhawks is crazy. Well, that is very feast or famine. Solid. Well, new goal is hold down the fort until Kempf and Domi can get back. That's a huge loss, losing Domi like that in that game. Gonna try to survive, weather the storm. Got a week to go until he comes back.